Hey, what's up? In this video, we're going to take a look at the marketing system that helped grow this boutique's online sales 329% from $17K a month to $74,000 a month over the course of 4 months. This is a clothing and gifts boutique that has been in business several years, selling to a local audience at their store in Georgia. But like many brick and mortar boutiques, they wanted to open themselves up to more people and more sales with an online Shopify store. So they set up the store, uploaded the products, started sharing their new online store on social media, and right away started getting at least some sales from the people who already knew, liked, and trusted them. Towards the goal of increasing their sales, we first looked at general branding and positioning information. This includes the overall value proposition, the usability of the site, the content they create and use to position themselves and their products, etc. 2, we looked at their acquisition efforts by diving into any ads they may or may not be running. And number 3, we looked at how well they were nurturing interested people and retaining existing customers through email and SMS systems. Right away, we noticed that this brand does a great job on Instagram showing their products and engaging their customers in a way that they found valuable. And this was clear because the engagement on these pages was above average. They knew how to sell in person from experience and were just starting to figure out what this should look like in an online world. For the meta ads, we saw a good mix of media assets being used, including static images, videos, image carousels, and different offers and promotions being used to drive sales. However, there was no conversion tracking setup that would allow Facebook to know whether or not a user had purchased as a result of seeing the ad. There was also no sophisticated campaign structures being used at the time, and the brand was only boosting posts and driving traffic to their site. And since their online store was relatively new, there was no real strategy in place for nurturing and retaining customers through email and SMS. Generally speaking, we like to see around 25 to 30% plus of a store's revenue being attributed back to email. Okay, so now let's talk about what we did with all of this information. The first thing we had to do was connect the Shopify store to the ad account so that we could actually track purchases back to the ad that was responsible for the purchase and give Meta the necessary information to optimize and eventually scale. The integration also allows Shopify stores to have a shop set up directly inside of Facebook and Instagram so that people can purchase without ever having to leave the platform. From there, we created a campaign with a sales objective and a budget of $145 a day that utilizes very broad targeting and excludes website visitors and previous customers so that we would always be getting in front of new customers. By not telling Facebook exactly who to show the ads to, we actually give Facebook the ability to choose who they think is the most likely to convert. And since their algorithms and AI are so good, this approach seems to be quite effective. So in this campaign, we tested several different ads, including some behind the scenes UGC-ish video content, a DPA ad that would dynamically populate the contents of the ad with products from the site, a simple static image ad, and a collection of bestseller images paired with ad copy that adds scarcity. Out of all the ads we tested, the top performing ad for month 1 was the image collection of the bestsellers. It read, "Swipe to see the top 8 bestsellers of the Classy Girl summer launch from last night. Some are almost sold out, so don't miss out. Tap to shop." We also launched some very simple retargeting efforts to follow up with people who are viewing or adding products to their carts but not purchasing. To date, the top performing ad for these guys over the last 4 months is actually this one, a DPA ad that pushes Georgia Bulldog gear and highlights some cool things about the brand. High quality, low cost, family owned, faith/values based company, Southern style clothing. This ad has been running for about 38 days and has brought in 234 new customers and over $24,000. And lastly, for email, we signed them up for Klaviyo, created some design templates that match the brand, started sending regular email campaigns, and built out an automated core flow strategy that emails and texts people according to some of the common touch points somebody might make with the brand. All right, so let's talk about results. Okay, so the month prior to making any changes whatsoever, in April of 2023, online sales were at 17.2K. So 1 month into these changes and just doing some testing, Revenue jumped from 17K a month to 21.7K. Month 2, still kind of on a plateau at 22.6K. And then month 3, still at just 21.8K, so it actually dipped about 5% from month 2. 4 months into a better system, they're now spending about $16,000 a month on ads to make $74,000 a month in online sales, which is a 329% increase from where they started. And they're gearing up for a very productive 2023 holiday season in their online store with an entirely new revenue stream into their brick and mortar boutique. If you have any questions, know of a better way to do this, or want to be the subject of one of our strategy audit videos, we'd love to hear from you. And lastly, if you ever want a second set of eyes on what you're doing or want to explore working directly with our team of e-com ninjas, head over to shopinova.com and we'll be sure to get you taken care of. Thanks for watching, guys.